Hey guys, I hope you are all enjoying your Super Bowl Sunday. We had Kate Bishop released, which means we have the full Young Avengers. So of course I got to get in there and do some tests. Now, all this is done on practice mode, so keep that in mind. I'm going to show some punch-ups. However, I'll give you like what I think a more reasonable recommendation is. But let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We all got more drinks to drink, more potluck food to eat. So let's just make sure Weapon X can beat them, right? So this is a punch across. Slight punch down, about 9,000 punch down. Now, I tried this matchup with various different targeting. I kind of just got silly with it, just to make sure that it was no-brainer. This is a 5 red star Kate. This is what we're going to do all our testing on. And it's pretty easy. So what I suggest you try and do is get the ability to block on Kate, flip with Sabretooth, if the Kate's big enough to not die, and then use the Wolverine to finish her off. And when Kate dies, then this matchup pretty much falls to pieces. Your Weapon X isn't getting blinded all over the place from her passive when her allies fall below 50%, and you just kind of walk over them. So, if, let's say, your Wolverine will not kill the Kate, then you might want to wait and use your Lady Deathstrike, who does a lot more damage, and a turn meter rewind, and a bunch of extra bleeds. But there you go. As you see, this was very easy. As soon as Kate dies, Weapon X takes over. Now, I do think you can lose this matchup, especially if you're doing a punch-up. So keep that in mind. Not much else to say about it. I mean, it's Weapon X. If they didn't one-shot, we'd have a problem. Now, this obviously brings up the what are we going to do for Heroes for Hire question. Another video for that. So let's do an even trade. I think this is a good team for team, and this is going to be Eternals doing about a 200k punch-up. Now, this is my Eternals lineup. We have the Eternals with Namor, Emma, and Loki. Now, the bigger they are, the better. I'm going to say that they're kit-based characters, those are the 3, but we want our Eternals as big as possible. For Namor, I really, really want that ultimate to do an extra 10% rewind, I believe it is, plus peel all the buffs off. That's going to be important. For Emma, I really want her ultimate as well, just to peel everything off. And for Loki, I really want his special to call in 2 assists. You're going to see why in the video. And then for Cersei and Icarus, I want everything but the basic on Cersei, though you can make an argument for that one. And then everything on Icarus. Now, I'm hiding it right here. I'm still hiding it with my chair. Namor I like as a raider, Emma and Loki as skirmishers, and the Eternals I like Cersei as a skirmisher, and Icarus as striker. Our kill order is going to be Kate, then whoever's the weakest, and we're going to finish off with Squirrel Girl, unless Squirrel Girl is really low along the way. So the important notes to remember about this matchup is Icarus goes boom boom. That's it. The Eternals are the definition of a no-brainer team. So let's go in there and get in it. And I'll say having Skirmisher on Emma and Loki level 5 would probably be helpful. So here's about 190k punch-up. So because we have Loki, we actually go first. Because even with America Chavez, Kate Bishop and Echo are so slow. And even if it's Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel, they're not going to affect the match enough for it to matter. Loki calls an assist. That is a 5 red, 5 yellow Kate. So she got wrecked by her team. Because that's a 7 red, 7 yellow Echo on the other side. However, the bigger Kate is, the bigger I'm going to assume the rest of the team is. And if the rest of the team's not big enough, then Icarus was still going to kill one of them instead. So it's not really going to change how this matchup scales. As long as you have the big enough Eternals, you're going to be okay. Now, a big Namor will help, and the reason I like Namor here over others is he actually clears off all those deflects Squirrel Girl got along the way, which makes my Cersei stun not get blocked by chance. And I take out the Squirrel Girl. I said I wanted to kill her last, but the option was there, so I took it. And I actually killed my own Namor there because I didn't really want him to do attacks. It just takes up time, and he's weak, so I made sure he hit somebody else besides just Echo, so that Echo took him out. If you want to play it safer, just use the basic there on Echo, and he won't get retaliated to death. And there you go. So that's 190k punch up. So this is what I would call a fair trade. Now, if we're feeling ambitious, X Factor Zemo is really good. This is going to be a 220k punch up, and let's jump into this. Now, the way I have the T4s out, this is true. However, as we get into bigger teams, I'm going to suggest more. But let's do the bare minimum. So for Shatterstar, just the passive. Nothing on Multiple Man or Polaris is necessary. For Zemo, I really suggest that ultimate and the passive. And for Longshot, just the passive. Raider across the board on all of them. Now, The higher matchup you're taking, the more T4s you're going to want to dump in. You're going to want to start with Shatterstar Special and Longshot Ultimate, followed by Polaris Ultimate, followed by probably Longshot and Shatterstar Basics. I know it's a little silly, but you're going to see why that goes that way in the matchup. Our killer is going to be Kate, followed by the weakest, followed by Squirrel Girl. So similar to last time. The important notes here is if we can afford, like if we're fast enough and we can get this matchup before the Young Avengers get boosted, this becomes a really, really easy fight. Because if the ability block doesn't land, you have a very short clock where you have to kill Kate. Because if Squirrel Girl gets her heal off before you kill the Kate, you're going to lose. Because Squirrel Girl's heal is a massive, massive heal. And that brings us to our third point. We're going to measure our long shot to the enemy Kate. Again, we need Kate to die before Squirrel Girl uses her heal. So here we go. And this is practice mode, guys. So like I was saying before, I think Weapon X is still safe on a punch up. The Eternals, I think, is still safe on a 100k punch up. And this team right here, I would actually say I want to keep this matchup in like the 50 to 75k range in a live war. And I'll probably be putting a T4 on Longshot's ultimate. I don't have that one yet. So there you go, we land the ability block. It actually pings back a bunch of times to the Kate. And what I'll show right here is that defense down lands, it can't be blocked. But you'll see that this Kate didn't drop below 50%. So that didn't trigger Miss Marvel's taunt. That's a good thing. I had it happen a few times, I guess it was Harder Chris from Zemo or whatever the case might have been, where the Kate did drop to yellow, Miss Marvel taunted, and then I had to kill Kate with chain attack. So I used Longshot Special, Polaris Ultimate, gathered them all in, and I was still able to get to the Kate and kill her before I had to worry about the Squirrel Girl, unless the Squirrel Girl resisted that ability block. Then I would lose this matchup because I couldn't kill Kate fast enough. But right here, that's not the case. She stayed above 50%. We go in with the Longshot Ultimate, and she's gone. Now, the rest of this matchup is going to be very long. We'll let it play out, but you'll just see I'm going to pick the weakest targets, except I'm not going to go for Squirrel Girl. She's just too tanky, and it gets really annoying if she starts bringing herself back up. Mind you, I never lost this matchup. Even on 210k punch-up, again, practice mode. Barracks, Cargo Bay, Med Bay are going to change the dynamics of this fight drastically, which is why even though this is a very, very comfortable 220k punch-up, I'm not doing more than 50 to 75k in a live war, and even then I'm going to go for punch acrosses first to get a feel for how specifically Med Bay plays into the whole make sure kill Kate Kate is killed thing. Oh, tongue twister. Again, Super Bowl Sunday, be nice to me. So I'm going for America Chavez. She was the weakest. And you see, we're just eating this Echo's attacks. This Echo has offense up. She's 7 red, 7 yellow. But the X Factor team gets so much shield and so much healing from these dupes dying and from their passives. It's kind of crazy. Now Polaris does get really low here. I don't think I ever actually lost somebody, but it's definitely possible. There I could have used the Longshot Ultimate to get defense up to kind of withstand Echo's retaliate a little bit more there, but I didn't feel it necessary. You see, even there, Polaris didn't die to the retaliate. And there you go. So now nothing left but Echo and Squirrel Girl, and this is where I could have put it on auto. And you see, this is a 186k Echo. So very, very, very big Echo. Zemo's actually still alive, which is pretty impressive here. Yeah, if you have Dad Bro members or X Factor members that you're worried Kate is going to kill, where you'd rather them kind of hang around a little bit more, you can go ahead and attack Echo. She doesn't do a retaliate damage to the enemy if they're attacking her, only if they're attacking Young Avenger allies. So there we go. Start working down this Echo. She's in the red now. And what's really cool about X Factor and why this team works so well is because these dupes just peel off everything that they put on them, like the deflex, the death proofs, the defense up. These dupes are stripping it all off. And when the enemy's really close, Shatterstar and Longshot hit 3 separate times with their basics. So it really eats through those death proofs, really eats through those deflex, letting you make sure you're continuing to get your crits, which is why you see I don't do much AoE, I single target everything. Doing too much AoE is just going to lead to Squirrel Girl getting more and more turns. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for you tonight. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe. We're going to have a lot more live testing. We got Legion on Wednesday, so I'm excited to see their gigantic teams, and we'll really push some boundaries. But until next time, stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I will see you guys around. Peace.